feel like if you're just gonna go to a label because you're like, man, I'm too tired, like I need more help. Well, you best believe when you go to the label, they still gonna be doing nothing for you because then they'll be like, oh, you don't want to work. We don't want to work either. Shit, we gonna sit back. Yeah, now you owe now you owe us $500,000. We just gonna sit here too. Shit.
All right. Welcome back to Richdiet Podcast. It's your boy Aaron Bills.
Seco, you already know.
Richdiet Podcast, the platform that enriches the culture, and today we got a phenomenal lyricist, melodic, culture shifter. This is a well-rounded artist who's been making waves from stage to stage, city to city. Native born from Toronto.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the podcast, Kalisway.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for you to take time out of your busy day and stopping by here, joining us on the pod. I know we briefly saw you do a little performance at Joel's
Fill in the blank.
Fill the blank.
Yeah.
That's what we kind of saw you, and we we're like, yo, she's mad talented.
Yeah.
I know you been making music for a long time. How long has it been? What's your story like?
For me, I officially started actually releasing music about 5 years ago.
Okay.
But production-wise, I was producing since I was 13.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I just knew I loved music. I knew I always wanted to do that. So I just took a dive in, just trying to see what I wanted to do. I would recreate songs that were my favorites and just go over and over and over again until I felt like I was okay. I'm getting better day by day, you know. And then when I was about 18, 19, I was in college. So I went to Seneca College for independent music production. While I was in there, I was like, man, what is my next step after this? Because I still want to be immersed in community. I still want to make sure that I'm growing as an individual, because after college, you still got to put in the effort, right?
For sure.
So I was like, okay, let me apply to Remix Project. So I applied to Remix Project, and I got the call back that I got in. However,
Nice.
I applied to be an audio engineer. I didn't apply to be an artist.
Okay.
Audio engineer, because while I was in college, I was literally learning how to record myself, mix a little bit, do all the background stuff so that if I ever needed to do those things for myself, I didn't feel like I was immobilized.
Smart.
So I had that skill on lock. And when I had the interview, Richdiet was like, why did you apply to be an audio engineer? You made the song, you recorded the song, you wrote the song,
That's why.
you know what I mean? And he was just like, yeah, just be an artist, right? But I still did my part, and I still did the audio engineering side in Remix, and
Nice.
I did the artist side, I did DJing, I did business, all that, anything that just I felt like I could benefit as being an independent artist, that I knew all aspects matter. I just did everything. So that was how I got my foot into the door. And then while I was in that program, I had met my manager from one of the panels that they have every now and then. One of those panels was about management and managing artists in this industry. And one of the panelists that really resonated with me the most was someone named Worldwide Ty. At the time, managing Brent Faiyaz, independent completely. And what he was saying resonated with me very strongly, because he was talking about every single thing that he's experienced, but he wasn't sugarcoating it. He was very straightforward. In this industry, you know that a lot of things that happen, people don't be talking the truth. They be tiptoeing around stuff, or if things are hard, they don't really want to talk about it too much. Understandably so. Sometimes people just don't want to say too much and getting themselves in trouble or whatever. But I feel like when it comes to this industry and people are trying to learn, there's nothing that you can say wrong in terms of giving advice to the youth. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like he was saying the most things that made sense to me. And when it was done, I was a little bit shy, but I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask. Let me just go up to him and ask a question.
Yeah.
So I had went up to him and I asked, how do I meet genuine people that just want to grow and build something special? And that's all we focusing on. We just want to grow together.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell him that I produced, I created anything. I just straight up asked that question, and he gave me his phone number. So after that, we were just texting, and he finally was like, yo, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I produce, I songwrite, stuff like that. And he was like, yo, can you just show me something that you're working on? I'm just curious. So I sent him my very first track that I released, which was Cherry. And it was there was no keys on it. It was just drums and my vocals. And he finally got back to me. He's like, yo, you want to go to LA? I have some artists that you want to, you could write for, stuff like that.
Like a song camp
yeah,
kind of
exactly.
Okay, sick.
So little did I know when I flew out, that was Brent's camp And that was the first time I met the whole team.
Nice,
So like
nice.
I met all of these amazing producers that really built the foundation of Brent's sound and helping him to express that sound.
Yeah.
But also just being around all these amazing individuals that not only were talented but also very kind and pure and just real genuine that I really wanted to be around. And it was just a lot of amazing feelings at that moment, being like, man, like that was my first time like flying out to the States. So like it was very impactful for me, meeting so much amazing people. And from that interaction, he was like, yo, your voice is so unique. I had to see it in person. That's the real reason why I brought you out here. Like your voice is too different. Like I didn't know if that was like, some effect or something. And
Some
he's like,
exactly.
Like, so
nah, this is the 101.
This
is the 101 right here.
Exactly. So he saw the truth and he's like, man, like this is too crazy. Like I'd love to do something with you. Let's just keep seeing how it goes. Just test it for a year, see how we match together, and we can lock it in paper. And we've been doing that. Like we've been locked in since about 5 years now, going to 6. So it's been really beautiful just to see the journey and just to see how things have grown. And I've never pushed anything. It's just kept going naturally, which is what I love.
And crazy enough, I actually saw a clip of Brent Faiyaz, manager, was talking about how like Sony or one of these labels wanted to kind of undercut him, and they doubled down on themselves, and like they invested like $30,000 of their own money to make sure Brent's first album gets they get full control of it, right? And I'm like, so speaking on behalf of the manager, I know that guy. He's like, he really cares for the artist, aside from just like exploiting the artist or getting them to, like, you know what I mean? He really cares and invests and double down on that.
And him being my manager is like,
oh, so he's your manager now?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
So
hey, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. What's his name again?
Ty Basin.
Ty.
So
dope.
him being my manager, I get to see that business aspect behind scenes, and I get to see him actually not only speak that truth on media and, giving advice to people who really want to learn it being independent, but also I get to learn that on the go as I'm learning, and I think that's what's made me so, I would say business savvy, but also opening to learn all the time, because I've just seen how much it takes to really be in this business and to know that, you can get success in a matter of seconds, but it's like, do you want longevity or do you want like quick growth that might just deplete in seconds? You know what I mean? So sometimes you do got to say no to things that you feel aren't going to have value within a couple years.
Yeah, in the long run. Exactly. That makes
awesome.
A lot of sense.
So I guess my question was going to be like, if you weren't an audio engineer or an artist, what would you have done? But it almost feels like what the story you've given us is like, you are born to be this, But is there something that you would have been if you weren't?
Like a different passion.
Yeah, when I was younger, like I would say like around like maybe 9, 10, I was doing basketball a lot. So I really thought I was going to do basketball until I was still loving basketball up until I really was hitting college, and these girls just had these like strong ass quads. And like I'm running and they're like, yo, you know, run around the gym just for like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, cool, let me just see how this is going, right? And these girls are just lapping me and they just pushing me out of the way. And I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not built for this. Like, one of their quads is 2 of mine together. And I'm just like, you know what? I told the coach, I was like, listen, I'm anemic. Like, I got to stop. Like, y'all ain't for that, man. So I knew right there and then, I was like, that basketball thing was gone long time. But, I think long time I knew that music was for me, because my mom always told me I was always dancing when I was younger, singing since I was a little kid, and just really, really immersed into music specifically. So I just knew it was my calling for sure.
For sure. I mean, your whole story is literally, the way you speak about it is just, you're so passionate. So I felt silly asking the question, but I was like, maybe.
No, man, it's never silly.
I like the fact that you took the time to actually learn the engineering, the production side, and like even before, because a lot of artists, they tend to just want to like hop on a mic. They don't understand anything about making beats or composing or this and that.
Nothing,
like,
man.
You know what I mean?
It's so funny. I say the same thing to every artist or any young person that says, "Oh, check out my music." I go, "Okay, cool." I'm not a hater. Absolutely, I listen to it. I support whatever. But it's just there's a certain fire under someone, and especially like, because I'll ask them like, okay, what else do you do? Can you write? Can you produce? Can you record yourself? Do you have access to this, that? And it's like, you're right. You have to be independent. In order to be independent, you have to be able to work every part of the whole entire
yeah, like
ship.
the whole department.
You know what I
it's
mean?
like it's like a Walmart, right?
Yeah,
In order
like,
to run Walmart, you need to know every department.
Yeah.
From
the boss
back
knows
of the house,
everything.
front of the
You know?
house, cashier,
Of course.
this, the storage, everything.
Yeah.
So you gotta know to have a
Of
functional
course.
like
Absolutely.
operating whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
In your experience, knowing all of these things, either writing and producing and singing, which is your favorite? Would you say?
I would still say it's producing, just because that's what really made me fall in love with music in general, was just the production wise. You listen to Pharrell over and over and over again, just listening to, in my mind, just on repeat, just how all the concepts and the arrangements and the breakdowns would happen, just because I could hear that it wasn't just a melody that came together, it was a whole piece, an idea that became a painting. And that's how I approach music too. Like I look at it like color, so I hear a beat and I'm like, oh man, this is like red, like this is purple.
Okay.
Like I like to make sure that I'm visualizing something and I'm already creating the video as I'm like creating the music, so that is something that the first thing that I'm thinking about is, okay, how do I space this beat so it gives me enough space to do what I do, but it still feels unique and it's still hitting the way it needs to. The drums always have to be good for me. Like, they have to hit. I can't have no soft drums that, like, that has to be the first thing. And then once I'm like, okay, I built the foundation of the arrangement, then I'll go in. I usually have my melody of vocal wise like come together as I'm producing, but then I'll give that space so I can have those melodies come together. And then I won't record. Like, usually I don't record anything through the mic. I'll record it through my phone. I like to hear it raw, just so I can see my ideas through my head and just be like, okay, like, I'm not judging it too hard yet, because I feel like when you put it to a mic, just for me personally, I'm already like solidifying that idea. And there's a thing called demoitis, where you get too attached to like what you recorded. And I had that when I just started recording, like when I was really trying to do it. And I was like, I'm gonna stop doing that. Like, I'm gonna just record it, see how I feel, go on walks, treat it like I'm a fan, and be like, oh, okay, like I'm falling in love with this. Like, I'm not even judging anymore. This is perfect.
Like
That's
that.
awesome. So you may have answered this, but what usually comes first for you? The lyrics or the beat?
It could be both.
Yeah.
It could be both. Sometimes, like with Bumpin', the whole song came together at the same time.
Wow.
So like I was like literally doing the beat and the drums like with my mouth, like I'm just recording on spot. I made the whole song like just sitting on my couch. And then with Superstar, it was like I had the melody, like vocal lyrics come together first, and then I was like, okay, cool, I got the beat. So then that came after. So it really depends. Okay. But most of the time, if I'm just like jumping in and I'm like, oh, I want to create something, it's really drums first, and then I'll build around it.
I see. So drums is like the center of basically all your songs.
Yeah, it gotta be. Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I think that's one thing that I know I kill. Like, I completely do well, because the drums are so warm, they hit hard, but also there's just lots of texture to it. Okay. And I spent a long time trying to create that and make that feel like it's unique to me. And then I know that also the synths that I do, all the leads, all those special ear candy things is something that I'm known for as well. So I really specialize in those two areas for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
And your sound is very like very 90-ish. I don't know if you got that before.
Yeah.
And it's like, it reminds me of like you said, the Candy Rain, like the
I got New Edition a lot this year. I got it last year so many times.
Like that Bobby Brown. Like, you got that kind of soulful 90s, like, but like very like it's just so nostalgic. Listen to your sound. Would you say that type of style influenced you, like influenced the way you make music, or?
I would definitely say it had a big impact on how I hear music. When I was younger, I listened to a lot of 90s like R&B, soulful music. My mom like put on some like Mariah Carey to like even Janet Jackson. And all those type of things. It's so funny. I never actually listened to New Edition for my album A Kid from Toronto, but I think the elements of what I was inspired by already embodied that. It just felt like it had those type of elements in it. But I listened to a lot of Cameo, Parliament Funk. Those are my type of things. And then my dad put me onto the hip hop, which is more like, you know, Snoop Dogg, like 50 Cent type of things like that. I listened to a lot of G-Funk music. Dope. So I felt like I was blending all those worlds together. And then my sister would show me like Pharrell, Gorillaz, all the like alternative stuff. And so all that stuff, like I was like, oh man, like they all have a space and it's together. I didn't feel like they were like separate. So I wanted to make it my own. And I was like, how do I blend all these sounds together without it feeling like it's just all over the place? Like I want it to feel cohesive. So I spent a long time just really trying to perfect that. And I feel like I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, you can still feel nostalgia within it, but it still feels modern. And that's what I've been trying to do for a long time.
So, but the fact that it feels nostalgic and it feels modern, like meshing these two type of worlds together, how would you categorize it in terms of genre? Like,
it's hard, but I generally just tell people it's funk and R&B because I feel like that's the
R&B.
I tell them it's either I tell them that or I just be like it feels like palm trees, and then usually when they listen to it, when they listen to it, they're like, oh, are you from LA? And I'm like, nah, and so then they're like, oh, well, that description alone makes sense because it feels it's good, it's up tempo, or even if it's slow, it still feels bright, it still feels fun. So it's like all those elements make you feel like you're in LA, but you're also listening to funk in general. And you still have that 90s R&B soul tied together.
It's so cool.
Yeah, so considering, you know, your whole inspiration of, you know, when you were a kid and stuff like that, would you say your EP, what was it called again? Sorry, Take Me Back.
Take Me Back.
Was that inspired from that, or was that inspired with something, you know, part of that, but something different for the current time?
Take Me Back was really inspired by 90s for sure. It was inspired by a lot of like slow down R&B music that I was like, man, like I just came off a Kid from Toronto. It was very upbeat, want to make you dance. I still wanted to capture the sonics of dancing, but I wanted to feel like, okay, I can slow it down. So half of the EP is like upbeat, and then the second half is like more slow music where you can like really just immerse into what's the actual intention of this song, or like what's the meaning behind it. So I think the inspiration was really when I made Dangerous. Dangerous, that was something again where I had the whole drum melody, the whole drum pattern. I had the vocals, and then I hit up one of my guys who's just amazing on the bass and a producer as well. And I just sent him and I was like, yo, like here's this like no like melodies on it or whatever. I'm just like, yo, this is what I'm thinking. I'm singing on it. I have the drums. Like, let me know what you think. And like that was probably the first time where I didn't have to explain too much to someone, and he just sent back the bass and it was like killing it. And I was like, oh my god, like usually nobody can get where I'm going. So that's when I'm like, okay, we locked in. So Case killed that. Like shout out to Case because he killed that. But yeah, like that was one of those where I was like, okay, I know where I want to go. So then I created again and again. I wanted to feel very upbeat. Kind of reminds me of like the drum patterns on a Tribe Called Quest. I wanted to get those type of things. That also inspired the cover because I was like, I love Tribe Called Quest. They're so unique, very diverse in their music. Gives you hip hop, but then just makes you want to dance and like, you know, still slow it down and feel the sonics of R&B.
It's good feel music.
Exactly. And then again, Janet Jackson, great inspiration to me as well. For when I closed my eyes, I knew I wanted to slow it down and just make people listen to the lyrics more than they were really listening to the sonics of like the beat alone. And I think that was the first time I really focused on what I was saying overall, trying to create the picture more than the beat. The beat was very important, but I think the way that I delivered it was more important for that. And I think once I had those 3 tracks, I knew what I wanted the whole EP to be with 6 songs. Because that's what we usually do, just 6 tracks.
6 songs, that's it.
Hit it like that, boom,
And are you independent, or you say you work with your manager? Are you
so I'm
signed to the
independent.
label?
Yeah.
Oh, you're independent.
So Culture is a agency that helps artists like us like do independent work, but we're all independent. They just help us to create that vision and to push us and that support of still having management behind scenes that is directing us to the visions that we want to do, just making sure that we're executing that, right? So it's like we're still having a team, but we're all doing it together. You know what I mean? Nothing is like, it's not like a big boss where it's like you can't reach them and it's like, oh my God, I gotta wait a couple months to release music. Like, no, everybody is completely talking to each other. We're very close, and it's just a team that's grown, which is exactly what I wanted from the get-go.
No, that's good. So, but do you think This episode is sponsored by Pop's Punch, Jamaican rum punch. This thing got a kick of some real rum punch. 12.5% alcohol. Get you one. Go find it at your local LCBO. Shout out to Rum Punch. Cheers. I think that if you had a chance to like sign to a big label, that you have that big machine behind you, would it be beneficial for you, or you think being independent with that type of guidance and that type of manager that kind of just empowers you is ideal for your situation?
I personally think at the stage that I'm at, if I were to sign to a label, I don't think it would be beneficial for me. Just because, like, I think we're in 2025. If you want to sign to a label, you got to know exactly what you want from that. You know what I mean? I know the intentions and the values that I stand for and what I want out of my music, and I want to own it 100%. Whether that means it taking a longer journey for me, or whether it means that, things don't come as fast as it may for other people who are with labels. People who are on labels still got to work. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like you kind of got access to a bigger stream and a bigger connection because these people have built connections for years and years that they have a database with that is just so much easier to reach. But being independent for me just makes more sense because I know what I want long term. And that's what I'm willing to stick for a long time. I just have no intention of signing with anything.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer.
Yeah, would you say like work ethic plays a huge part in the person individually to do it independently versus the label? Like, is it the same sort of work ethic, if you're signed to a label regardless?
I feel like overall, being in this industry, if you're not willing to work or if you're not willing to push yourself out the comfort zone, it's not meant for you. Because there's a lot of times where you're going to be in this business where you're going to get so many no's to the point where it makes you feel like, oh, am I doing this for a reason? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just keep getting turned down. But it's like, if you don't have the mental state to, accept that and be like, yo, these no's doesn't mean, like, I'm not fired. Like, this industry is so compacted with so many other people that you can't have yes all the time because sometimes it doesn't align anyways. Exactly. Sometimes things aren't even meant for you. But, I think overall, if you have a hard working mind, if you're willing to grind, no matter where you're at, it doesn't matter if you're with a label or independent. As long as you know as an artist, you're going to do your side and bust your butt to get where you need to be, then you should be able to do any side, right? Because I feel like if you're just going to go to a label because you're like, man, I'm too tired, like I need more help. Well, you best believe when you go to the label, they still gonna be doing nothing for you because then they'll be like, "Oh, you don't want to work. We don't want to work either. Shit, we gonna sit back. Yeah, now you owe us $500,000. We just gonna sit here too. Shit, we just gonna put you more in debt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think, I don't think people really think about that. So it's like, I'd rather know I'm going to bust my butt no matter where I'm going to go. And I think that's how anyone should treat going to anything.
I like your approach and your mindset because I know a lot of artists and their work ethic doesn't match how bad they want it. Like they want to make music, but like their work ethic's not there. Like, they're not making content. Like especially in this 2025 era.
You have
as an artist, you got to make content. You're on top of that. I see you always making studio session content.
Bro, you got to.
Like, even just pop outs, little fashion content. Different landscape in the background.
Trust me. I still think I could sing. I suck. And I still practice. Like, I suck, but I wish.
You bust one too, right? In the shower.
One day in the shower, and the acoustics feel so good. And I'm like, I always bring up the Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You," And
you be doing that one?
No, I can't.
Okay, I was like,
yeah. I try. I can. But, it's my go-to because it's like the only thing that I think that will help me, like, exercise my vocal cords or try to, like, but
no, I feel that.
That's terrible.
Hey, listen, bro, singing is a talent, and everyone thinks they could do it, but like, hey, not many people can really do it on that level.
Exactly.
It's far from achieving it.
Exactly. So when it comes to like making music, do you prefer being at home or do you prefer being in a professional studio?
For such a long time, I thought that I really only wanted to make music from my crib because I was so used to it. However, I can be in any space and make music. My comfortability is definitely at the crib. I feel like anyone's comfortability is making music at the crib. But I feel like since I've been really pushing myself at the comfort zone, really trying to collab and just, and make sure I'm immersed in the community, if any space and time, I can be anywhere and create. I could be in the back of a car and create. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
As long as the inspiration is there, as long as the idea is there, I'm really comfortable as long as the space makes me comfortable.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
and I feel like because you know how to make the song from scratch, you could literally have your laptop.
Yeah,
have your
bro,
little mic,
anywhere.
Be in the hotel room,
Yeah.
like, I got inspiration right now.
Yeah.
I'm cooking a banger right now. Like, you know? And then the greats do that. Like, Drake says all the time, like, I record in the hotel room. I record
wherever.
I record on a tour bus. I
Yeah.
record on my plane. Like,
But
I'm
you
like,
see what that point proves is like, it's a simple fact of just knowing how to do that in general. And I feel like that's what artists, like, I think they think that's not an important. It's like, oh, okay, as long as, like, I can just press this button, I'm good. But it's like, okay, if you made a song on tour, right, and it hit so far and everyone's like, oh, my God, you just made that in a matter of 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
that's so good. We got to figure out how we can get this out, da-da-da-da. And it's like, yo, we need to send this to the mix engineer. Can you just bounce the stems? And they're like, how do I do that?
Yeah.
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 Like, what do you mean you don't know how to bounce the stems? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's like a really basic thing. Like,
Yeah.
consolidating, people don't
Yeah.
know what that word is. It's like all those things, the terminology is so important to learn
Yeah.
too. So I feel like a lot of people should just never put themselves in a position to not know anything.
For sure.
A lot of people lack that.
Yeah, I mean, look at Lil Wayne. Some of his songs he doesn't remember. He just sat there in a room and was just like going off, you know, and just doing his thing. So it's like,
Hey, but he a legend overall. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
he has the skill to hop on a mic and be able to do that because that's just how
Yeah.
he approaches music, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you forget on stage, hey, people probably still having fun. They don't even know what the hell going on. They ain't like
know?
that.
I think my favorite line from Lil Wayne was like, he said, I can get on a mic and say, was it say nothing or
Yeah.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 or some whatever he said. And I was like, yo, this guy.
They still be
I think Drake
rocking.
said some shit like that too.
Does
like,
he?
so,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can
But
get on
the
the mic
greatest
and-
can say that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
bro, they really
people who
can.
have, you know, the
Yeah.
shit to show for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's-
okay, what is your go-to karaoke song?
A lot of people ask me this. I'm so sorry. I don't do karaoke like that. Like, I
Really?
really don't. Yeah, I
If you had
don't.
to choose, if you're, let's say your friends took you out right now and you're like, you know what song do you want first? What are you singing?
You're like, play my shit.
No. Actually, we did do that recently as a challenge, but damn.
Okay, what if you're in the,
No Mariah, no Janet.
yeah, if you're driving, what's your first song that you're gonna?
Oh, I love Anytime, Any Place by Janet Jackson. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite songs.
Anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite songs.
You know what's crazy? There's like these two songs that are like resurfacing, like that are Janet Jackson songs that are just resurfacing like all over the internet right now. That's the way love goes. And,
Okay.
And there's another one I forgot.
So interesting,
But like
huh?
it's
How
like
these-
these songs came out like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're just now going viral again
Yeah.
on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, it's so crazy.
It's like the Ace Hood. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Like, a lot of songs are resurfacing again. Like they're just
Crazy.
coming back and they're just like getting another chance of a spotlight, right? So it's like it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see that.
Yeah.
Talk about spotlight. How important you think is to be in the spotlight aside from just like kind of trying to be low key and kind of like the approach of like The Weeknd and Nav they did like in terms of being a musician like.
Oh, you feel like when they were in their like little ghost era?
Yeah, like being gold, being like
Yeah.
freaking mysterious, you know. Like, do you think that approach is okay, or is it like it's kind of played out?
I don't know. I think that overall, if it fits for the artist and the music that they're making, why not? If it
True.
fits, if it builds curiosity and people are engaged and they're still wanting to actually hear the music, no matter if they can't see your face or not, why not?
Why not?
That worked for The Weeknd because genuinely his voice was so unique. Ain't nobody,
was.
everybody was like,
Yeah.
bro, who is this
Yeah.
recording this music? Like, we have to know,
And then
right?
ended up being a sick
Exactly.
artist, like,
So amazing. But like
crazy.
if it's just like you're making like something that's not really gaining that much traction and you still trying to be mysterious, it's like, hey, you still want to be in the dark, then you might as well just not do nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me personally, like it's very important to show your face just so that everybody knows who they're falling in love with. And if you see you
Yeah.
on the street, they can build that personal connection and be like, oh my God, like it's my
yeah.
favorite artist. Like I think that's
Yeah.
important. But I do think it's creative in a way if you're able to do that, like be in the dark for a little bit. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a mysterious.
But in this age where we're in 2025, I just feel like it won't be as easy to do it just because like everyone's trying to make content. So you might as well just put a black screen on IG at this point if you're trying to hide in the dark, because like ain't nobody gonna know.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean?
only audio, music, and that's
like people gotta know who they're falling in love with in the media world that we're in. Maybe around like the 2000s, early 2000s, you could do that and it might like take off quicker. But right now, because people are just like so visually in tune and they want to see the visuals with the music, they're gonna want to see the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So how does it feel performing on stage, like in front of a crowd? Like what? Like, do you get nervous? Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you do to prepare for a show?
I used to get nervous. When I was in Remix, they had this graduation for us, and you're supposed to, like, perform. And I did not do that because I was like, I was like, bro, I'm too shy. Like, I can't do that. Like, that's crazy.
Do you regret not performing?
Nah, I don't regret it because I feel like everything happens for a reason. I wasn't ready at that moment, so I feel like I needed that time to break out of my own shell. My very first show was in 2022. I did it at the Drake Underground. It was my first headline show. And even then, I was super nervous, but I had rehearsals back to back just to make me feel comfortable. So there was no reason why I would doubt, because I'm like, bro, I'm so like prepared. I'm so confident in what I'm doing here right now. Why would it not go well? And that show was amazing. It put me on to the new idea of like, oh yeah, I can definitely perform like back to back. So since then though, like from 2022, I took another huge break from performing because I was just like traveling a lot. Released my new projects and everything, so I was like really just focused on music. And then since then, this year has been the most I performed, where now I'm doing it so much back to back. It's just like another form for me. You know what I mean? So I'm so used to it. I'm very confident with it, and I have a lot of fun. I feel like every different show, like it brings out a new energy depending on the crowd and the energy and the space. So I have a lot of fun with it. I never really get nervous anymore.
I feel like it's something that you just gotta like
do.
Build up that momentum over time.
Yeah, it's the reps. It's the reps.
Anything. Like even us, our first time podcasting, we're like, we're like, what do we say? And we're like, 60 episodes in, and we're like, we're confident now, you know? It's like, we don't even notice the camera half of the time that's here, right? But in regards to that, I know you won a SOCAN Award.
Yes.
Which is major.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What was the title? The Artist of the Year, or was?
No. It was just the Black Songwriters Award. For SOCAN. And that was something that I actually had tried, I think, a year previously. And I was like, I think when I applied, I'm pretty sure it was either for Special K or for Hit 'Em With the Funk. But I tried again. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not a quitter. I'm definitely a person where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come back even harder. Y'all can't even say no to this. So when I dropped with a kid from Toronto, I was like, bro, like I'm already putting in that manifestation where I'm like, yo, like the name itself already lets you know
exactly
how big I'm making this to be. Like let me show you what I'm really doing right now. And then I feel like even with the support of like Flow and being on the radio so much and seeing the city support me, I was like, yeah, this is the right time to really submit. And I was so grateful to see that email come in and let me know that I got it. You know what I mean? It just made me feel so special, because I think it's something that I've just realized myself, to know that when the city is behind you, you just feel, so much stronger when you know, okay, like my city supports me. You know what I mean? You can have love anywhere else. It's important to have that. But when your city's really supporting you, it's just another feeling,
it's just
and
another reassurance. That
and
my city rocks with me.
I'm in love. I just love SOCAN for that. They really show artists a lot of love all the time, and I'm so grateful to get that award for sure.
Yeah. So like being from Toronto, you have Toronto behind you. Is there any other cities that also like you have a big following in that you've noticed, or like through your
through my music, actually Japan is number one.
Really?
For us.
Japan.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the second person that said Japan.
Yeah.
Wasn't there somebody else that said Japan?
I think it was, I think like 11 or someone
no,
else.
11 was Korea, but somebody else said Japan.
Possibly.
That is so interesting.
So overall, since I've started dropping music, Japan was always on our like top 5.
Sick.
But then when I dropped A Kid from Toronto, it just skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah, because like I was very intentional with that album. I was intentional with the name. I was intentional with the way I looked on the cover. I was intentional with the colors. So when I put everything together, I think a lot of people discovered the album just from the cover alone. So So that made them fall in love with it. So they wanted vinyls of it. They're very big into city pop over there. So it made them feel elements of that. And overall, the music is very high energy, upbeat. You know what I mean? So it matches over there, and it really was in tune. Out in Japan, one of my tracks off that project called Baby Girl hit like 77 on their Hot 100 out there. So yeah, it's like we really making a mark over there. So that's the place we gotta go.
A show for like in the works for Japan.
Definitely
soon time. We gotta work that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Japan, honestly, I feel like they're ahead of their time when it comes to fashion.
Absolutely.
But
Everything, bro.
Everything. But when it comes to even music, they love the North American culture, right?
Yeah.
And clearly, like, your sound is making waves out there, and it's a sign for you to be like, yo, like, I can inspire people across the freaking globe.
Absolutely,
just
man.
My vocals and my production. Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very, very special because it lets me know that whatever I'm creating is definitely resonating with people, and that's the most important thing. Overall, I think with Japan out there, I don't even think it's just the fact that they're immersed into like, the States and what's happening with the culture.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they love music so much more.
Yeah.
They actually care. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like they care. It's not out in the States and North America in general, for all of us, it's just like we digest music so much that there's more expectancy of dropping more frequently. Whereas out there, they can really, some people just create homes just to listen to music. So it's like they are more like intentional and take their time. And so when they hear something that is unique and really makes them feel good, there's good vibes behind it. They really take that and they're like, oh my God, this is something of ours. Like, we love that. We want to, show love. And that's what I love about Japan. You can walk into a cafe, and I've seen so many videos, and it's just like literally filled with music. Everybody's just vibing. You can go into a library, and it's just full of music. You can sit down, just be immersed by that. And that's just because they love music so much. So I think it just makes sense to be over in an area like that where they actually create the craft,
You've never been yet, right?
No, I haven't, but definitely going to go soon.
You gotta go. And I see your drip. Your fashion is like, it's kind of like an early 2000, but it's you put your own twist to it.
Yeah.
And I know Japan is big on fashion, so I know if you were out there, you could.
Oh my God, it's over with. Like I love fashion so much, but especially from Japan. Like, I'm about to be at all the shops. Like, I'm about to be at all the shops.
Japan got some crazy trips.
See, if I ever were to like get into fashion, it would be in Japan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Their fashion is just ahead of time. Like,
and I feel like they're just simple. Like,
that's what I love.
Like,
oh my God,
black tea or something.
Yeah, just a nice cut to it.
Yes, bro. It's the crop feel. I love. Oh my God.
It's dope. It's
dope. Oh my God, I gotta exchange a lot of money.
Yeah, I think that's my vibe then. If I'm gonna choose any fashion tips, it's gonna be like a Japanese person.
Yeah. We gotta take a trip too out there. We gotta take a trip eventually out there.
For sure.
I know there's so just diving into back to like music and coming from Toronto. Toronto is very diverse. We have all types of sounds. We have the dark, gloomy R&B sound. We have the upbeat Afrobeat sound. And it seems like everyone brings their own cultural twist to it. Yeah. What is your culture twist to you? Like, are you Jamaican? Are you Caribbean?
My background's Jamaican.
Okay, dope. So do you ever think about adding like Jamaican essence into like the way you make music?
It's so funny because I feel like when I was actually starting to find my sound around like 17, 18, I was doing a lot of like reggaeton or like I was even doing like reggae dance hall. I was blending so many different like sounds because obviously both my dad and my mom are like full on Jamaican. So I was like, man, like, sometime I'm like, I want to infuse the reggae and the dance hall in there. But I'm like, you know what, to make sure that I'm sticking with my sound and being consistent, because I think consistency is really important. I want to make sure that I'm creating the sound that I see right now. And once I feel like I've created that stability where everybody knows me for what I'm for, I feel like then I can add some experimentation and bring that into. But I want to make sure I'm like consistent with what I'm putting out right now.
Yeah. I figured I asked that question. Like, like, I'm African, so like if I ever made music, I would want to make African like Afrobeats, but like I was born here, so I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
really know how to like talk
You'd have
like
to do the Afro,
you know what I'm
Afro music with the fam and the lingo and the
yeah,
produce.
like
So
the
you
the
gotta,
dialogue,
like,
the, you know, I don't really know it, but like Afrobeat is taking over right now.
Yeah.
Afrobeat
Yeah.
is big, and
Yeah, man, it
you
really
know,
is.
it's
Yeah.
shaking up things, and like look back like 10 years ago, like you know, African music was kind of like rare to even hear,
Yeah.
right? So I love how like coming from Toronto, seeing all types of like different music genres just getting accepted because everyone just loves it. Like I go to a party, I hear Afrobeat, I hear reggae,
everywhere.
I hear like Arabic music, I hear
It's
like
funny because like I feel like
K-pop.
Arabic music is coming, is on the come up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's getting like a small introduction, and especially like with bigger artists. Like I know Pusha T just did it. Drake just did like a sneak release, and he put like Faiyaz, which is like the biggest Lebanese like singer.
Sick.
And she's like I listen to her all the time, like you know. So it's like, and that's just brings me back to my childhood and stuff. So you know, I feel like slowly like they're inspiring
they're
that like
infusing different sounds
it's the depth
together,
like the little Arabic drum. So it's kind of cool, but you know, we'll see what happens.
in 2025, if you had a chance to work with like one specific major artist, who would it be?
Man, I still want to work with Pharrell. That's my main focus.
Pharrell?
Like,
Cool.
I feel like me and Pharrell did something, it would be crazy. Yeah. I'm so specific with my sounds and where I'm at. Like my beats are never stagnant, so they always like transition. They have different chords. I love elements like that, and I just feel like sonically we do something insane.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Yeah. Have you seen the Lego movie?
Oh my God, yeah.
I love that
yeah,
movie.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you see the Pharrell Lego movie? Oh, it's
Yeah,
about
man.
his life, how he was making beats.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like
It's
everything he
Lego.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he made a whole movie about his life, but it's in Lego.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Lego. Oh, okay.
Like
Like
Lego.
animation. Like
Yeah,
animation.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's so cool. You
Is that
gotta
on
watch
Yeah.
it.
Netflix?
Nah.
I think it was like on Amazon
Yeah.
or Prime.
Because I've been seeing something that's Lego, but maybe
But
that's
that's how you know he's so artistic.
Yeah.
That he's like,
Yeah,
I don't want
man.
a typical cartoon
right,
movie
or a typical
like,
something that
young
someone's gonna see
Pharrell
and
look
remember.
alike. I want a Lego style
Yeah.
movie, which is so dope. And
Yeah, of course. I mean, also it's just like business wise and marketing smart because it's like you're not only like aiming to one audience, which is like maybe 20 to 40. Now you're opening up to kids who like get to know you now who didn't know you before with your sound and get to know your story, right? So it's just like
in the Lego kind of
Exactly.
visionary. Wow, that's I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah.
He's actually
but
smart.
but you nailed it on the head. It's like if I just by seeing it once, like for 2 seconds, I remember that I didn't need to know it was about him. I just know that there was something that I seen that I remember was Lego, and you said Lego, and now I'm associating it, right? So it's very deep. Yeah. It's brilliant.
That's actually so dope. So
Yeah.
okay, so if you had to make a movie, what would be your theme?
Man, if I really had to make a movie, I don't know. I was in love with a lot of cartoons back then, but it was like really like I love like Cat in a Hat books, like reading those.
Dr.
So
Seuss.
weird. Yeah, Dr. Seuss, anything Dr. Seuss. I read a lot of actually like Robert Munch or stuff like that as books. So I feel like it would definitely be something cartoonish. You know what I mean? To bring that into a world, something 3D, and bring that into a life where it's like it can go to all audiences, but it definitely has one of the most amazing soundtracks put together and curated. You know what I mean? I feel like definitely something like that.
True.
If you had one superpower, it could be musically or whatever you want. What do you think yours would be, or you would want?
I feel like the instant ability to learn how to play bass.
Oh.
That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm taking my time right now.
Yeah.
I know how to play it to the point where I can definitely record something and play it smooth and it's on time and everything. But I just want to be able to be a beast so much that I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you know how Thundercat is? Yeah, you guys heard of Thundercat?
Yeah, I've heard that guy.
Yeah, oh my God. So talented, amazing. You would have think some people would hear it and be like, oh, that's jazz. Like, no, that is more than jazz. I don't know what type of chords he is reaching and the notes that he's playing, but it's so like on top of so many different scales that it's just access to a different level of creativeness. And I love that. That's what I want to be able to do.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's dope.
Yeah.
What would be your superpower that you would want to have?
Damn. Probably read everybody's mind. be able to tap into everybody's mind to see what they're thinking.
Yeah.
That's a little nosy, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't
When you put it like that, yes.
Nosy,
Let me defend myself. It's more so to know, like, how to, I know it's going to sound bad, but how to outsmart, like, just to get that little information of what you're thinking to be a couple steps ahead, so to speak. You know, and then just kind of work with it. You won't know. Wow. Just throw me under the bus.
Just to stay ahead of what everyone's thinking.
Just stay ahead of it.
I feel like that's kind of...
But I would use it for good, to be honest with you. Like,
Okay.
I don't care to... Like, it would be more so like, you know, something bad happened. Okay, where's this person going? All right, let's find him. He's over there. Boom, get him, you know? Like, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be more to just protect the world than not, because I think that's like our whole world is crumbling because there's people killing people. There's somebody doing something.
So my superpower would be to unite everyone.
Unite. Okay.
There you
so
go.
We're together. We're still together.
Obviously, I would think of some crazy shit, but for camera sake. Unite, you know?
Oh, my God.
I was thinking, like, what about convincing everyone? Because I could just go to the bank teller and convince them.
Oh, my God.
To give
you $1,000. Give me $1 million right now. That belongs to me.
Oh, man.
No, but it's true, man. Let's a banger, a unity song from you.
A unity?
A unity.
The Michael, what's the one? That's it.
We are the world. We are the
people.
Yeah, that song was viral.
Yeah.
I think it was like over 26 artists on that song.
Yeah, something like that.
Shout out
26 or 46.
There was a lot of artists. Yeah. I remember seeing like who was the guy that passed away recently? The Michael's big time. Come on, help me out here.
Who passed away?
The producer, not producer, like he's like the mastermind
Quincy?
behind Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Quincy Jones. Yeah, Quincy Jones, the one that he passed away earlier this year. You didn't see that? He died at like 90 years old, and he's the one that put that song together. And you know, Quincy Jones is responsible for a lot of great musicians. R.I.P. Quincy, man, real goat. And we need a song like that, like you know, like for the people, for unity, for bringing everyone together. Yeah. Favorite question?
Yeah. What are the top 3 things you can't live without in Toronto?
My earplugs.
Okay.
The venues are too loud.
Oh wait, you said earbuds.
Yeah, like my earplugs, like
like to sleep
with.
Yeah. No, like just music plugs.
You know what's so funny? I would do this. I hate going to the clubs and I hear the beats just going brr, brr.
Yeah.
Really? You wear them in the club?
Oh, I wear them at any venue, bro. There's just some venues where it's like, okay, the level's good, but like even over time, if you're at a venue for like, let's say 2 hours or something, over time you just start feeling like, oh damn, I put this in, and I can't afford to lose these ears. Yeah. So it's like I gotta put them in.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely some earplugs.
All right.
Definitely the vintage shops. I like the what's it called? Something throwback. I can't remember. It's a vintage shop on Queen. Definitely that's a dope shop, a vintage shop.
Dope, nice vintage.
And then I would say, damn, do I want to put my favorite restaurant? I don't think I want to say that. Hey, let me just say Remix, because like overall, like I feel like that was everything that gave me my foundation. So like
Remix Project?
Remix Project. You know what I mean? Without that, like that's a whole community right there.
Yeah,
you know?
That's cool.
Yeah, no, shout out to Remix Project. They do it. They do it for the community, big time.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of guys that went to Remix, and you know,
a
lot of people are doing their thing, coming out of there.
That's awesome.
No, those are valid. Those are 3 valid answers. We've heard numerous of like crazy.
What are some people saying?
Oh man.
People say TTC.
Yeah.
People say
someone says CN Tower.
Okay, you can't do it on CN Tower.
Their reasoning was because I'll know where I am and which direction I have to get home to.
Oh my God.
Brilliant answer, but I mean,
we've heard Graba,
north, south, yeah. But earbuds, I'll definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I need some earbuds, bro.
Yeah.
And especially sometimes, like, I'll go to a wedding, and there's one specific DJ. Like, sometimes I'll film weddings.
Blasting.
And there's one specific DJ that every time he's there, I look and I'm like. One time, I swear to you, I put a tissue in my ear.
Oh my God.
I couldn't take it because this guy's. I don't know how he doesn't know how to equalize everything and just this guy cranks it. And these speakers are screaming, you know? And I'm on one end of the hall, and I'm like, yo, there's no way right now. My whole body is shaking.
It's vibrating. Yeah.
Bro,
I felt like that when I went to the Weeknd concert.
Yeah.
Like, it was so loud. Like, there was a point where the Weeknd was like, make some noise. It's 40,000 people making noise.
Oh my God.
It felt eerie. Like my body, my ears were vibrating. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this.
But that's the power of 40,000 people and a whole stadium.
Yeah.
Look at
I'm
that.
talking about one guy in a room with two speakers cranking this thing, and so
like
imagine
Eastern European DJs.
Bro.
Right.
Like, oh my God, I hate it so much.
Oh my goodness.
It's like my blood starts to boil, and I'm there, and I'm like, buddy, and I have to go. So I'm going outside, and forget it. It's a long story, man. It is annoying.
We'll save that story for another time.
So I agree with the earbuds.
Yeah.
Did you see Apple? They're dropping AirPods that can live translate.
Yo, that's so cool.
Cool.
You know what? You know, for $329
cool.
though, I don't know if I really
much?
want that feature.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's a good investment.
it's good. But it's like these AirPods keep going up, but I'm just like, at this point,
So,
like they're the AirPod Max at this point.
If you're a traveler, I think that's what it's for.
Yeah,
I would definitely get those because when I'm in like Costa Rica, or if I go to Italy again, or if I go to Europe, and I'm like,
it could live translate.
It's beneficial.
And I'm there like trying to say something to somebody, and like I'm not saying it right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like then I try to play it on Google Translate, and I go, here, listen, and they're like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What the hell are you saying to me? You know?
But I think I want to get them just cause I feel like in Toronto there's so much like different languages being spoken every day. Like imagine you're going to like I don't know, a nail shop and you're getting your pedi or whatever.
They be happening all the time. They be
and
cussing you all the time.
They were like talking crusty toes. Like, come again?
Yeah, what'd you say? What? Crusty what?
I don't even think you need the AirPods for that. I think you can just see at their face and they just like.
Yeah.
Don't need no AirPods for
They were
that.
like,
I beat him to the punch
judging
though.
you.
I just tell him like, listen, you ever dealt with feet like this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we do good for you. Don't worry.
It's crazy because there was a time I went to Petty and I got it done.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it. Like I took a picture of myself on the seat.
Yeah.
And I posted it online and bare people messaging me. They're like, damn, free.
No, because really, why did you post that?
Holy shit.
I'm like, damn, why did I post my toes?
No, because for real, and then you're gonna go.
You know, I'm like,
Yo,
I'm trying to show
I
off.
actually
Click or something.
They're like, damn, free pics is crazy. I'm like, I had to delete that. I'm like,
Oh my God, yo.
It's crazy out here. People are like reading into deep. I'm like, I'm just trying to show out. I live my little new petty. Like, allow me, yo.
A day in the life of Aaron.
Right? A day in the
my
life.
God,
man.
yo.
You know what's so funny? So, my timeline is like dark humor.
Right.
So it starts off dark humor. First, it's like a whole bunch of jiu-jitsu stuff.
Yeah.
But what's funny is it'll start off with one video of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And then it'll go into like a dark humor thing.
Yeah.
And then it'll go to some random ass shit. And I'm like, I just spent like 6 hours watching jiu-jitsu and like dark humor.
Right.
Why the hell are you showing me this?
They gotta push it in the algorithm. They gotta push
So
it.
what I'm thinking,
your
doesn't happen.
algorithm is cooked, brother. That's sorry to break
That's
it
what
to
it
you.
sounds like.
Freaking Instagram.
Amazing. No, you got to appreciate social media, man. It's a fun place, but it's also a scary place. You gotta tread lightly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Talking about things to come. What is in the works for you for the rest of the year 2025?
Yeah, for me, it's just really being consistent with shows, trying to do as many shows as we can going on to the end of the year. You know, obviously thinking about, okay, what's the next plan, what we're doing for, always creatively thinking about music, but really just right now thinking about how can we continue to excel in shows and bringing out the best shows that we can for everyone. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. So you want to do more shows for the rest of the year?
Absolutely. Do more shows, and then obviously, you know, working on music. That's definitely coming soon. But
how about
like
some visuals, some music videos.
Absolutely. I feel like at this point in where we are right now, you cannot have no visuals. Like, it doesn't have to be a music video, but definitely have to have some type of content,
like
to go with the music. Yeah,
Tell you the life
absolutely.
of me in my music video.
Yeah, no, not that. But
behind the scenes.
definitely not that. But definitely some type of content with music. Yeah.
True.
I mean, like, it's cool. I appreciate it, but it's like one after another.
But that's content nowadays. It's like,
God
people
damn.
are pumping content, man. People are pumping the content.
Like run through a wall or do something different than everybody
That's what
else.
they do. That's their life.
Yeah, you gotta pump the content, man. Content is currency now.
Yeah, no, it really is, bro.
Content is currency.
All right, well, come with us while we do this video.
I feel like there's one specific
No, he's
content
stuck on
creator
that.
that really got you.
I'm so mad because it messes up my timeline, and I'm like, I told you, one night I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And I was just going through a whole bunch of jujitsu like moves and stuff like that I'm trying to learn, and the next day. I click on one of them. I'm thinking, okay, there's gonna be another like whole few videos.
And then just
That one, then it's random ones like that. I'm like, why is this happening?
That's so funny, bro.
Anyways,
hey,
fuck.
be careful where you spend your
Your time, exactly.
Because the algorithm, like apparently, like once you like watch like maybe like 5-10 seconds of a video,
that's it.
Dude, I
falls
watched
in
like
your
6
timeline.
hours of jiu-jitsu stuff.
Well, I don't know. Then maybe
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you
I don't know,
accidentally
bro.
like
I
something.
think you just gotta accept you are on social media. There's gonna be one,
Yeah.
2 videos that gonna
Yeah.
pop up that gonna be random. You know what I
It is
mean?
what it is.
Yeah. You gotta just accept it. No, we love that. Honestly, we appreciate you, coming by, spitting some
Absolutely.
game.
Yeah.
We look forward. Any collabs for the year that you got in the works?
Oh
or you
man,
can't
like
really-
I think for me, it's just one of those things where I'm super excited for those collabs. But like right now, you'll see when it come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm
for
very
sure.
excited
Work
for
in
them.
progress.
keeping it low
Yeah.
key.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
No, we love that. You're very creative. You're talented. Next time you do have a performance, we would love to come
Yeah,
by.
well, let's
Please,
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah,
invite
for
you
sure,
guys for
invite
sure.
you.
let
Yes,
us
yes,
know
yes.
Wherever you perform in any of these
Yeah.
shows, we
Yeah.
want to definitely support.
Absolutely.
And for anyone that's anyone that's interested to follow you, do you mind sharing your socials?
Absolutely, yes. So you can follow me at Kalisway, KALISWAY on all socials. I think the only social that has an underscore is like Facebook or like YouTube, but it's still Kalisway.
TikTok?
Yeah, I mean TikTok, all the same
Everything.
thing. You know what
Kalisway?
I mean? Just Kalisway everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
how? Oh yeah, we never asked you. How did you come up with that name?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
So it's really not a crazy story, but like I've always wanted to go to California. I didn't go, so I was like, oh my God, like I'm inspired by like Cali music and all this type of stuff. My name originally starts with a K, so I was like, okay, it just makes sense to change C to K.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be actually California, but I was like, nah, it's too straightforward. So I was like, I like the word sway instead of swag, and then I just put it together. I was like, okay, Cali sway.
That's
No.
So
Cali
it's not
Sway.
even Cali's way. I
No,
thought
no,
it was
it's just
Cali's
Cali Sway.
way. Cali's
Yeah.
way. Oh,
Cali
interesting.
Sway.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah,
Cali's
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
I like
because
it.
when you said California, I was thinking to myself, okay, it's Cali's way because it's like a street.
Yeah, that's how some people put it together, but I'm
okay.
not. It's just this
Yeah, yeah,
Cali
yeah.
sway.
Cali
Yeah.
sway.
Cool.
Cali
That's awesome.
sway.
Yeah.
You know? Like Carlito's way.
What?
No, I'm joking.
That's different.
I know that's the freaking
That's the
Cali.
same way I'm saying. Cali's way.
Yeah.
No, I'm messing around. No, Cali's way. You can find her all your music on the streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, TikTok,
Yes, sir.
Instagram. Make sure you tap it. Go stream that new album, EP, right?
Yes, EP. Yeah.
And we're excited to see you grow. We're excited to see you doing your thing.
Yep.
Keep making those hits. Keep thriving.
Thank you so
this
much.
Is, it's a longevity game, and I like what your answer earlier. How you said like, listen, I know my worth. I know I'm here for the long game, and we definitely see your potential. You're gonna be a star one day.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You
Thank
heard
you
it
so
here.
much.
You heard it here on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Richdiet
yeah,
Podcast.
yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And then if you're thirsty, go get you a pop
Oh,
sponge.
Pop Sponge.
Yay. Get you that Jamaican rum punch at your local LCBO. I'm your host, Aaron Bills.
Zico, you already know.
Our special guest, Kalisway.
What's up, y'all?
We out. Peace and love.
Peace.
Cheer. Cheer.